Welcome to a brand new video. So today we're going to talk about a really budget-friendly camera bag from a company called K&F Concept that you can buy on Amazon for under £50. So this is Gear Review episode 2. Let's get into it. So I've owned this bag since August of last year, so I've had a chance to use it in a variety of different situations. Obviously I'm coming from a video background, so I'm going to review it from that kind of standpoint, but you probably, if you do a lot of photography, you'll probably still get a lot out of this video too. So I'm going to start by talking about the design of this bag, and it's going to form the basis of this video because the design is really what makes this bag good. So it comes in one colour, Jerry. Okay, so I don't really know what that means, but I assume they mean grey because this bag comes in grey. I would describe the design of this bag as unassuming, and by unassuming I don't mean boring, I just mean that on first glance this bag doesn't look like a camera bag, and that's a very, very big positive for me. When I'm abroad and going somewhere and shooting, I don't want to be worried about the security of my gear or someone, trying to steal it. No one's going to think of stealing things from this camera bag unless you've got that tripod on the side of it that says, I've got loads of camera gear in here, which is a really big positive of this design. So let's talk about the bag and start from the front and then move away towards the back. So the front has a kind of sleeve pocket, which I use for kind of quick access things. What I've put in there is usually my sunglasses, so I can get that quickly out, put them on, because the sun's always coming out and going back in when we're in Scotland. And then also a rain cover, again, we're in Scotland. This bag isn't actually waterproof and it doesn't come with a rain cover, so I recommend getting one separately. I bought mine for about £10 from Decathlon and it fits right on the bag, works really well, and then you can just stuff it back in that front pocket when it stops raining. So just, be aware of that before you buy the bag. It's not waterproof and it doesn't come with a rain cover. Moving back, we have the middle kind of section where you've got a laptop pocket where obviously you keep the laptop, or you can put an iPad in there. You can probably put it uncovered if you want to. I tend to keep it in a cover just in case there's stuff in my bag that flies around and then scratches that, so I prefer to keep that covered myself. Moving forward from that, you've got a smaller pocket where I tend to keep my ND filters, or you could put any other kind of accessories in there if you wanted to. And then in front of that you have a kind of netted compartment which I tend to keep accessories such as extra batteries in there. So there's a lot of kind of storage just in that section that you can put a lot of things in. If I'm not using the laptop pocket for my laptop or my iPad, then I'll put a gimbal in there potentially, or something else that's a bit larger. Moving around to the back of the bag, you have a section for your camera gear. This opens from the back, which I really like because basically when you've got it on, no one can get into it and can't access or steal your camera gear or anything in there, which is great. Within this section you have dividers which you can easily take out. It's Velcro, so it's nice and easy to take out and rearrange in whichever way you want to. With a small camera such as my Canon M50, it fits in perfectly, and I can even have a pancake lens on there and put it in one of these compartments, which is ideal. For bigger camera setups or lens setups, then you'll have to put the camera in the middle section of the bag, as you would most other camera bags. But those dividers and compartments work really well for housing your accessories such as your microphone, maybe some extra lenses, and things like lights. Additionally, in the back compartment you do have access to an extra 2 pockets which you can use for things like cables or extra SD cards. But be aware that when you do open this back compartment, if you have something in the top pocket, it will probably fall out, so you could lose something. On the left side of the bag, as you look at it, there are a couple of key features such as the tripod holder, which you can quickly access your tripod from, and then there's also at the bottom of that a small pocket for putting extra SD cards in, so if you're out there, you run out of space on your SD card, you can quickly access that and continue shooting. Moving down to the bottom of the bag, there is a leather style cover which provides really good protection and peace of mind when you put that bag down on damp surfaces, which you often do when you're out shooting. Moving back around to the very back of the bag, you have adjustable shoulder straps which are quite comfortable, and also a chest strap which you can buckle up when you're carrying heavier setups. One thing I do like about this bag is the fact it's very light, so it doesn't add much weight to your gear when you're carrying it. However, it doesn't have very good back support. In fact, it's pretty terrible back support. When I've been carrying it for 2 or 3 hours plus, my back starts to get sore, and I haven't got any back problems as far as I'm aware. So if you have got back problems that you're aware of, I would not recommend buying this bag. Also, due to the design of the mesh back of the bag, it sits flush against your back, so there's not any room for any ventilation. This means that when I've been using it on a kind of warmish day, not even that warm, my back's been getting super sweaty, which is minging. So no one wants that. Just literally no one wants that. So yeah, avoid wearing this on warm days, or if that's going to be an issue for you, just don't buy it. In terms of capacity and storage, the back compartment of this bag isn't actually that deep, so you'd be okay with mirrorless bodies, maybe the USR, even with a lens on the front. But with bigger bodies, you'd probably have to take the lens off and fold it down so that it would actually fit in properly. Just something to bear in mind when thinking about buying this bag. So in terms of durability, I've had this bag for quite a while now, and I've not had any issues with it at all. The zips still work really well, the straps are all in working order, all the compartments, etc. are still working absolutely fine. So for a budget camera bag that you can get off Amazon for under 50 quid, it's pretty impressive, pretty remarkable that I've not had any issues with it at all, to be honest. Alright, so let's wrap this up. So who's this camera bag for? It's perfect for someone who is on a budget, who's looking for their first camera bag and doesn't want to have to upgrade because it's a crap quality bag. This is really good quality. I personally am still using this bag at the moment. I don't feel any need to upgrade anytime soon. It's also the perfect bag for a traveling photographer. If you travel quite a lot on planes, for example, this is small enough to fit as cabin luggage, but also big enough to fit all the gear that you need. So it's ideal in that situation, and that's something I've used it for a lot. And that laptop compartment really tops off the package if you're looking to edit some videos on the go or do some photo editing on the go. So fundamentally, I would highly recommend this bag. So I think that wraps up this episode of Gear Review. If you did like this video, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from me, then hit that subscribe button and just move a little bit to the right, hit that notification bell, and you can keep up to date with all the latest episodes of Gear Review as they come out. If you are feeling a little bit crazy, then yeet me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this episode, and maybe let me know what you want to see in future episodes. But otherwise, it's been a pleasure, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, alright?